Hello and welcome to Bent TV. My name is Simona Castricum, and this afternoon I'm having a bit of a chat to Liz Alexander, who is putting together the Tilde in a Trans Film Festival.
Yeah.
I nearly said international. Is it international?
It is international.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have a bit of a chat about Tilde today. It opened its first season was last year, or the first year was last year. I guess tell us some of the things that you've kind of built upon from last year that have moved into this year's festival.
Sure. So yeah, we had our inaugural festival last year in 2014, and we had a weekend festival, and this year again we'll be having a weekend festival. I guess one of the things that's changed, well, a couple of things that have changed, is that we've had a lot more films submitted to be considered for the film festival, and I think the quality is actually getting better and better. And a much more of a diverse range. So we're getting films submitted from places like China, and lots of films came in from Latin America. And that was also, the programmers did a great job of scouting the world to find films with trans and gender diverse content, or films about trans and gender diverse people. We're also at a new venue this year, so we're at the Lithuanian Club, so it's bigger. Last year we had most of the sessions sold out, so we are going somewhere bigger and better. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Tell us a bit about the selection of the movies, and maybe just tell us a little bit about the people behind that, and how that probably informs the process.
Yeah. Well, so there's two programmers, Anna Stevens and Cal Andrews, who've done an amazing job this year of finding a range of films for us to look at. I think we looked at 120 films all up. I didn't watch all of those, but Anna and Cal did very gallantly. Yeah, it's a lot of hours of film watching.
It's a lot of hours.
Yeah.
And all right, so it's kind of, well, that makes sense that you're dividing it up against so many people.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
goodness.
We need to share it around.
And they get into it?
Yeah, they
They're
loved
right?
it. Yeah, they loved it.
They get bored?
I don't know. Possibly at times. There were some films that were a little bit.
When do you stop watching a shit film? Like, when do you know?
I reckon you can know about a quarter of the way through.
And you just go next on?
I might be a little bit less patient than Anna and Cal. They, I think, persisted with quite a few of the ones that I was like, nah, from the start. And we also had two external people on our selection panel who didn't watch the 120. We shortlisted it. Well, Anna and Carl really did a lot of the work around that, with me just checking in around sort of general vision of the festival. And Christina Radburn, who's a film producer, and Tama Favell, who's a visual artist, came on board, and we all got together, and those guys watched about, I think there were about 30 films on the shortlist, so they watched them, and then with us we made the final selections. So we just had an afternoon where we all sat around and ate a lot of chocolate and had a few drinks and talked about the films. So you had a party? Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much a party to select the films.
Does the more you drink, does it mean like the more likely you'll choose something that probably shouldn't be in there, or is it the other way around?
I think we were probably just on herbal tea, so it didn't get too crazy.
Oh, so it's not, no booze?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe we cracked the champagne open once we'd made the selections, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't drink alcohol, but I reckon I'd consider at least a glass of wine during a big sesh like that.
Yeah, well, I reckon it was about 4 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
So how many films all up are in the festival?
Goodness, I think there would be around 20, or maybe 15. So there's a short session, which is a collection of short films, obviously, and there's about 6 or 7 in there. There's 4 sessions with feature films and a short, and then there's a short doco session which has 3 docos. So add that all up and I think you get around 15, 20 maybe. My maths isn't great.
Well, it's just better than mine. I'm not. I mean, it's all, you just give me a number, and I'm not going to cross-reference and check it.
Oh,
you can do that at home.
Phew.
Yeah. What makes a movie trans?
Yeah, good question. Well, so Tilde is about showcasing the work of trans and gender diverse filmmakers. So it might be that the filmmaker is trans or gender diverse, and the film might not have anything to do with gender identity. It might just be a film about a road movie. So that makes a film trans. Or if the content is about gender fabulousness, gender variance, gender diversity, then that makes a film trans too. And we try and look for films that are, I guess, have a lot of input in terms of whether it's the actors that are trans or gender diverse themselves, or the director, or that there's been a lot of consultation with the trans community, because I guess historically trans people has been represented by cisgendered people without a lot of consultation or collaboration. So
right.
that's one of the things that we
you're
think
getting
about.
quite a lot of, you know, like a lot of involvement and a lot of sort of trans autonomy within these movies, and that's what's being celebrated? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact that I guess we're seeing much more in the mainstream media and even in the cinema, films about trans people, and often the focus is around someone's gender identity or their transition. So we're trying to include films that are about other parts of people's lives, you know, so it might be that the fact they're trans is incidental to the storyline, or it might just be a movie about a relationship that doesn't necessarily focus on someone's gender identity. That usually is a part of the films, and it's certainly part of at least some of the films that we're screening for the festival, but we're trying to get a bit of a mix into the festival, so there's a range of stories and perspectives. Yeah,
well, that sounds good, because it's kind of, I mean, I remember going last year, and, you know, there was the opening night one, which was kind of like trans hooray for Hollywood.
It was.
I was like, wow, you know, a happy ending, you know. So much more of that, or probably a little bit more perhaps. I mean, I'm quite interested in, I guess, the transcendental kind of transness, if you like, if I can sort of put a couple of trans into a sentence like that. I'm trying to be funny. I'm hilarious. So in terms of what's in the program this year, so there's some sort of trans Hollywood hurrah-ness as well. There's a bit of that, I think, is important to show that, you know, even mainstream sort of settings and countries do celebrate trans identities. But there's a couple of films that are much more obscure, I guess, in terms of where they come from. So we've got a film from Uruguay/Chile about an amazing trans woman who was part of the freedom fighting in Nicaragua and Uruguay. We might come back to those in the next one. Sure. Is that cool? Can we do that? Yeah. Righto. Thanks. You've been watching Ben TV with my guest Liz, and we'll see you next time.